got to be a little different and put up with a little bit more. She used to, somebody told me one of the funny things I used to see is I used to take the non-playing boys, we had the 5 sons, I used to take them down to school. We had this water fountain that used to make all this mud, so we had a constant drip of water going all the time, so the kids off this trough could get food. And one of the kids told me half the fun of football practice was going down watching the little Booth boys play with Tonka trucks and look like they just fell out of a mud pie. So that worked too, and it gave Mary some breaks at home to get the meals done. That was a joke. Okay.
He said
You gotta laugh.
that was a joke.
Something that was serious. Okay. And Father Tom Nenau. Father Tom was our chaplain, and he was a great one. He was a great figure for these kids. He would talk to them. He wasn't a lot older than they were at that time. He is now. Don Christie and Dick Ballard, freshman coaches at our place for a long time. What a fabulous job they did. They were 2 policemen, and they worked there and they loved it. I said, just run our numbering system, run this, run that, all those kind of things, then you can run anything else you want. But the big thing you gotta do is football's gotta be fun for it. Because if you make it like the Green Bay Packers, I ain't never seen it. Okay, we'll make it like that when they get there. They can't get away. Hop weight, Bruce Staley, Rose Terrace. Rose was the cheerleading coach. You can mark this day down. A head football coach said something nice about a cheerleading coach. Dave Kelchek, our athletic director. Dave did a great job. Just the simple things, getting referees, getting buses, dealing with things that came up. He was an excellent AD and did great things. Steve Dembowski was an assistant coach and a varsity coach for a while. And he did a great job. Michelle Fowler, I don't think Michelle would have come up and said something. She was supposed to be here today. This was the day he had student trainers, okay? And the liability must have been absolutely phenomenal. But we had a student trainer, and she was very, very good. And she did a really good job with these kids and kept them in line, and that worked out quite well also. Dan Hughes, Al Jacobowski, Rick Carroll, now there's a name from the woods, George Manson, Doctors Pintel, Hillman, and Pudliner. All great doctors that helped us at Catholic Central. In Michigan State, it's been so long since I did it, I forgot all about it till now. Michigan State took our kids in out there, and I'm not even sure Dr. Jameson didn't handle some of them at some time. But then the big move, of course, was when we started hiring trainers that were actually trained as trainers. And we got a sweetheart that time, but that was after these guys. That was Christine Smith. And she's still around doing a fantastic job. But I would like to say that all of those things that happened with this football team happened because of the types of things that they did, the types of people they were. Like I say, the stars were kind of low-key stars. They weren't one coming up with a helmet after a ball game where the team looked terrible, wanting to know if they got a stripe to put on their helmet because they got 12 tackles. Nobody would ever do anything like that. I don't remember ever in that season running into an issue with one of these football players. And so it was a great year. We got lucky. We stayed away from the bad things like injuries and those kind of things. We worked hard on that as a football team because we never tackled. We always worked on what we called butt the ball. Because my staff and I realized a long time ago, you didn't have to put Bobby Feta on one goal line and DeMonson Winston on the other and have them tackle at the 50-yard line, going full speed to show the team how tough they were. And I learned from baseball, all you did is hit, have speed all the time. So why would you do that in football? So we played a lot of butt the ball, where you tackle people, you wrapped it up with constantly working, blocking and tackling. That's what one football plays. That's all that does it. If I can block tackle, if I got an athlete, he's a good athlete, and he's not as good as your kid, but he doesn't know how to block and tackle, we're going to beat him. We'll get him all the time. So I was really lucky. I went into coaching and ran into the kind of kids that we ran into in the years that I coached. I hope this is not the biggest thing that happens to them in their life. I do hope that their families, their jobs, their responsibility to other people, and those kind of things mean a lot to them and is a big part of their life right now. And the fact that they're 50 years, 55 years old, and I know that because my kids are 55. And if they do that, and they've been successes, not just football successes for 1 year. You gotta be people about it. A good American, a good person, a good religious person, and whatever you believe is fine. But you gotta do that and do it good luck. And it was great having you, and it was great to see you here today. Thank you.